Who else played Diablo 4 this weekend?
I did.
So Scott, Kyle, I thought
Say
you
that
played.
one more time. I apologize.
Did you play Diablo 4 this weekend?
I absolutely did. It was a
Okay,
blast.
so we're going to talk about that because I am super smitten with this game. And this is just a beta. This is one of the most polished betas I've ever played. Like,
I agree.
If they put this game out right now, it will play. It's just great. I had some issues on the PC version and had some, I don't want to say stuttering. I want to say maybe it was shader compilation, but very often the controller support in the PC version was marvelous. I did not miss keyboard and mouse whatsoever.
Did you run into that issue where if you leave like Kiovashad from like the east gate or the west gate, it doesn't work? Like you can't get out. So I ran into that, and then I watched a streamer do the exact same thing.
Only problem I had wasn't with the game; it was with me dying to a particular boss because the mechanic of that boss fight sucked. Other than that, I had no issues. The second I got onto the beta, I didn't want to do anything else. I didn't want to go eat. I didn't want to go to the bathroom. I didn't want my kids coming into my room. Literally, like last night was the last time that you could play the beta. No, this morning. Okay, back up. I got off at 3:00 in the morning. So how about that? I was like, they're going to turn the servers off. I got to get as far as I can. And then I got up and I was like, wow, it's 3 a.m. I'm still playing this game. I need to go to bed. It's literally that good. And there's a lot of previous Diablo DNA in there. Plus, Blizzard has made a crap ton. I don't want to say quality of life changes because the game's not out yet, but just a lot of things are a lot more simplified. Like transmog. You don't have to do anything other than salvage an item, and you can go to your wardrobe and just select
it. It's there. Yeah.
It's like, that's it. You ain't got to do no stupid quests. You ain't got to pay no money.
Your items come with special like dyes. So if you don't like the color that it is, you can actually change those without having to unlock a bunch of stuff.
Yep. I love the fact that when you find an item, I don't think this has ever happened in Diablo, which is great. Whenever you find an item, depends on what it is. It could be a rare or it could be a legendary. Items come with their own individual stats, but also different abilities now, which I was like, well, that's great. So I played as a sorcerer and I spec'd it out as a ice mage because, World of Warcraft, I love that playstyle. But there are random items you can pick up that say, oh, hey, by the way, this one adds an extra teleport. So you don't have to take your points and throw it into a teleport. Or here, I gave you a fireball spell. You don't have to go and add a fireball spell to your spells. It just puts it there automatically. You have to spend no points. So your other points are just there for whatever you want to do. It's a great idea.
Yeah, I also like the game is like open about it. So like it'll tell you like, hey, this item unlocked a new spell for you. Yep. And then if you unequip it, it'll say spell lost, item removed, or something like that.
Which I kind of had a bad time with that. Not with that. That's great. But it was like, hey, now I can't replace this item because I liked having this ability on this item. So I kept upgrading the item, and it got to the point it was like, look, you can only upgrade it but so many times, like 4 times. And then either you stick with that item and you gimp yourself, or you find another item that does that, or one of the two. It's really great. And the legendaries, they give you 2 different abilities. The rares give you 1, I think it was. It's just this game. It was just like, hey, I want you to play me. I'm going to do everything under the sun to make you play me. The gameplay would flow very well. I didn't have any issues with the mechanics of the game. Everything was laid out for you. There was nothing that was confusing. Nothing.
I could agree with that. It was pretty easy to catch on and play. I think I've only got like one complaint aside from the fact that I just ran into like the occasional little bug, like world events didn't activate right, and I got stuck getting out of that gate where I had to like go south and go all the way around and up to get to where I needed to be.
Were you on PC or console?
I was on PC when that happened.
Oh, that is weird.
Like I said, I also watched it happen to a streamer. She was playing and like her party couldn't leave the city either. They had to go south and up as well. So that's one that I ran into. But I think the little side dungeons are probably just a little bit too big because quests don't give enough experience points to really like feel beneficial. So I was jumping into all these little side dungeons every time I passed one to get to 20 so I could get that cute little backpack. And
I didn't get that. I didn't pay attention. I may have got it. I wasn't paying attention.
well, if you got to 20, you probably did. Or you probably did get to 20 if you played as much as you did. But like I said, I kept jumping in these little dungeons, and by the time I hit 20, I was like kind of burned out on dungeons.
I mean,
But,
yeah,
like,
that happens with most dungeon crawlers, though. I mean,
I was maybe like a bar of experience away from 20, and I was like, okay, clearly I'm going to go from 19 to 20 if I just turn in this story quest. So I went and turned the story quest in and gained like not even like a quarter of the bar.
Did
I
you
was
make
like,
any of the
no,
elixirs to help with your XP?
I did not do that.
Yeah, I was cranking those out.
Were you?
Yeah.
Well, then, yeah, you probably did get to 20. I think the cap was 25.
Yeah, cap was 25. I hit 25. I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna keep going. I was like, nope.
Yeah, see, there you go. So
Nope.
you're gonna get all the giveaway things.
Nice.
cool.
I made it to 10.
Yeah,
This
but
guy.
I'm still really sad because it just, playing all this is like, I really want to play it again. But at the same time, I really don't want to play the next beta because I feel like I'll burn myself out. That they've already gave us a lot of the story.
I'm definitely gonna hop on at least try Druid.
Yeah, that was the
I
only
might
thing.
try Druid.
I didn't try anything else because I'm also really sad. Like, I really enjoyed the Crusader from Diablo 3.
Yeah, I wish the Crusader made it back to you or something like the Crusader.
Right, and there's nothing in this one. Barbarian.
Give it time, they'll add it as DLC.
Yeah,
That's what I
it will
fear.
definitely be a DLC expansion class. If it's not, I'm gonna cry.
Because I need that character with the shield that I can just
I want my
bash
shield
him.
throwback.
Shield bash stun. Always the best.
Yep, I need that. I really need that. But I love my sorcerer. It was great.
I want my Captain America shield throwback.
I played the
I
Barbarian.
didn't get a chance to play it, but I read a lot of things from people who did. And the impression I got from it was it's Diablo Immortal without all the pushy microtransactions in it yet.
I can say that. I can say that.
It takes the good bits of previous Diablos, like Diablo 2's dungeon crawling and Diablo 3's overworld, mixes them together, which is essentially what a Diablo Immortal was. And, it just doesn't push you into doing microtransactions every 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, Diablo Immortal was definitely the test bed for this. The online portion, it definitely was. It was just weird. I mean, sure it happened in Immortal, but it was just so weird playing Diablo 4 and just seeing other people in my game. I'm like, what? Oh, that's right. It's always online. There's other people in my game.
I actually kind of like that. Like when I got to Kiovishad and like got past the tutorial, and all of a sudden there's a bunch of other adventurers in the game. I was like, oh, hey, cool.
And let's talk about that for a second, because it was really easy too. Because again, Carl can admit to this. When you play World of Warcraft and you see somebody's gear, you want to look at their gear and see what they're rocking and see everything. And this was really easy. Just go to the what was it? Not hover bar. This hover circle, whatever you want to call it, and you can just look at their gear. You can say hi to them. You can ask them to trade things. Like that was really cool.
Yes, I actually found out. I was watching somebody else stream the game last night. And I found out that if you go into like your character sheet and you hover over their armor, you can actually click on just a little circle to remove the armor piece or show it if you want. So if you hate helmets like I do in most games, you can just go on and hide the helmet. But you can do that for all the pieces of armor.
You can also do that with transmog. You can just go to the look and it says no armor.
You can do that with transmog as well. But it's cool that you can just do that straight from the menu as well.
That is really nice. I actually didn't try that.
Yeah, you can't transmog from the menu, but you can hey, I hate the way this helmet looks for right now. You can just go in and turn that off.
What else was impressive? The ability to swap your spells, your abilities in combat. Didn't care. As long as you could hit the menu, you could swap anything out whenever you wanted.
That's cool.
If you got to a part of a dungeon that you realized you needed to change up your spells, you could do it right then and there. You could reset everything. It just cost you some gold. That was it. That was literally it. You get passive bonus now. You can actually select the passive bonus you want. So, for example, for me, again, Frost, I was using a Frozen Orb. So I put Frozen Orb as one of my passive. You opened one in, I think, 20, and then the next one at 30, but we couldn't do 30, so we couldn't get it. And it gave me the ability to randomly shoot another Frost Orb.
That's cool.
I was like, wow, that's really cool. I like the fact that you thought about that.
Yeah, I played as the rogue, and I started off doing a melee build, which I didn't particularly love. So I went in and reset all my abilities and went ranged. And I didn't invest in a bunch of skills. I think I got 2 or 3 that I use the most, and one being like the poison traps. And I kind of went into all those abilities perks. So I had like, the ability to knock down enemies when they set off my trap. And I bought the, it's like 5 rapid arrow spell that did more damage if I made them vulnerable. So I would shoot an enemy 3 times with that one basic attack and make them vulnerable. And then I would just like unload on them twice with the 5 rapid arrows. And that really helped out a lot.
Yeah.
It made me feel much cooler than melee.
Yeah, one of the big things about this game is items are definitely the make or break. I mean, it has been in every Diablo game, but the fact that it gives you certain abilities regarding or depending on which piece of gear you have at the time, it's really nice. Socketing is also back, so you can socket your gems or whatever.
Yep.
Again, elixirs are back. You can do that. Pretty much everything that was in Diablo 3 is back.
Yeah, socketing feels like it's never changed.
I mean, I could sit here for hours to talk about this game, but I want it. I want it now. It's a great game. I think that Blizzard, the people that work at Blizzard have done a great job with this game. It is not Diablo Immortal. For people who are thinking that, it is not. Don't think so. It is not that game.
How is Immortal?
Immortal wasn't bad. It just
I played all the Diablos. I just can't get in the mobile game.
I think the biggest problem with Immortal is just there's so much variety of in-game currency that you don't know where you're trying to get, kind of a deal.
Yeah, you really can't get in the game unless you actually. I mean, you can, but you're grinding forever.
Yeah.
And here, no, it's just not there.
But luckily, we don't have to deal with a bunch of in-game currency.
You can tell with Immortal that it is very much a games as a service model system where they are pushing you to buy and buy and buy and buy. Whereas it sounds like Diablo 4 is more your traditional Diablo game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will keep ending it with at the moment. Because this is Activision Blizzard. I'm sorry.
I know.
As much as people want to go, oh, they're doing good things, or the Microsoft merger is going to do great things for it. No, I'm sorry. This is still Activision Blizzard at the end of the day. They are going to find some way to fleece your wallet at some point.
Well, look at it this way. Maybe they're doing it the right way now because they want Microsoft to buy them and turn them around.
I've heard they're supposed to be
maybe Microsoft can change Overwatch 2 into actually a good game again.
No, that's never going to happen because the community has ruined that game more than the developers. Same with World of Warcraft.
There was something else. I think we covered most of the stuff. I mean, you can go into this a lot more, but I don't want to sit here all day and talk about this because at the end of the day, the beta is great. Play more of it. Trust me, I played a crap ton of it. Trust me, I really think you guys are going to enjoy it, and I love the fact that we can play this together and group up. It's cross-play as well, so it doesn't matter what console.
This guy, he's always trying to get us to play games with him.
Hopefully, I'll be available for the next one.
I have no friends. I'm a lonely guy. Everybody.
I'm your friend. I'll play with you.
They became dropouts and stupid peoples and poopy heads and all that. So
you have friends, and
I mean, we still also need to play Exo Primal together too.
All I know is I couldn't get off this game, and I couldn't get off to play Wild Hearts. So that's telling you something. Wild Hearts was like crack, and I couldn't be bothered at the time. It's like I gotta play this. I do think they do need to fine tune some things. Some of the encounters I played the highest level that you go to because I love Diablo. Some of the encounters I got into, I was like, wow, if I was a melee class, I probably would have died here. But because I spec'd up my character the way it was pretty much AOE beast. Blizzard, frozen orbs, ice shards, blizzard. Like, you're not getting near me, and I'm just damaged over time. Goodbye. So yeah, that was great.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people go fire, so I'm glad to hear that ice is cool.
Yeah, ice is cool. I don't think all of them are cool. I love the fact that you have so much variety to do whatever you want. Fire, ice, lightning. Lightning was also pretty cool because lightning could jump off of different people if they're close to each other, so that was good as well. There was like 4 or 5 levels of the skill tree. That's what I'm talking about. The skill tree. The skill tree is massive.
Yeah, it's crazy because you kind of just keep going as you're looking through it. Yep. And you're like, okay, this one has like 4 perks, and this one has like 3 perks tied to it. So you unlock a skill, and that's got 5 points you can dump into it. But then behind it is a perk, and then once you pick that perk splits off into 2 other perks that you can pick one of. You can get one or the other. So it's like you can get energy back with the rogue for using her like rapid arrows when you get a critical, or you can I think it's increased the amount of damage on the last arrow. So like it's really cool. You can really kind of finely tune your characters as you go, and that's really cool with the skill trees. I'm actually glad skill trees are back in comparison to what Diablo 3 was.
I really think that Blizzard wants people to come up with their own specs instead of having cookie cutter builds, which is great.
Yes.
Everybody can do their own thing, which is always good in a game like.
Yeah, there's definitely variety.
I like customization, so that's good. But I did the thing that you probably shouldn't have done, which was be a tanky barbarian. But I also just really liked how they had a variety of like weapons you could use with like axes and daggers and giant hammers, and being able to basically switch on them on the fly, because all these different abilities you could then basically map to a specific weapon that you have. So it was really nice just to be able to do that.
Yeah.
I want to play some more, but I really don't.
Same here. But hey, the character creator in Diablo 4 is really cool.
Oh my
too.
God, yes. Can we talk about that? Oh, that is so good.
Yeah, it's cool. I really like that we can customize our characters' visuals. So I've seen some really cool creations out of people. I feel like my rogue looked really cool. I saw Keith's on Twitter. It looked really cool. So a lot of imagination coming out of people just for being able to pick like 10 faces and like 14 hairstyles. Like everybody looks different so far. It's been really cool seeing everybody's characters.
And you also can go back and change the way your character looks without any charge. Just get to the point where you can get to your wardrobe and go, all right, I want to change my face again. I want to change my character's look again. And it goes, okay, change whatever you want to do.
Yep.
No issue. Love it. Love it. Oh, God. And I want to say one more thing, because I know that one person out there is going to go, I thought you guys said you weren't supporting Activision Blizzard. And say, no, we don't support the stupid negativity crap that they've been doing. We support the developers, the people who are in the trenches busting their butts to make these games. We support them. You know, Bobby Kotick or something, he can go kick rocks. I can care less what he does.
That guy sucks.
Yeah, whatever. Screw that guy.